Chapter 10. He found himself in the neighborhood of the asteroid 325, 326, 327, 328, 329, and 330. He began, therefore, by visiting them in order to avoid to his new life. The first of them was inhabited by a king, clothed in royal purple and ermine. He was seated upon a throne which was at the same time both simple and majestic. "Ah, here is a subject!" exclaimed the king when he saw the little prince coming, and the little prince asked himself, who could he recognize me when he had never seen before? He did know who they were, and simply for kings, to them all men are subject. Approach so that I may see you better, said the king, who felt consuming proud of being a latter king over somebody. The little prince looked everywhere to find a place to sit down, but the emperor's planet was crammed and obstructed by the king's magnificent ermine robe, so he remained stay upright, and since he was tired, he dined. It is contrary to etiquette to die in the presence of a king. The monarch said to him, "I forbid you to do so." "I can't help it, I can't stop myself," replied the little priest, thoughtfully embraced her. I have come on a long journey, and I have had no sleep. "Ah, then," the king said, "I order you to jail. It is years since I have seen anyone Jamie. Jails, to me, are objects of curiosity. Come now, Jan again, it is an order." "The freaks take me, I cannot any more," murmured the little prince, now completely absent. "Come, come," repeated the king, I order you something new today and something too." He spoiled a loaf and seemed vexed, for what the king fundamentally insisted on was that his authority shouldn't be respected. He tolerated no disservice. He was an absolute monarch, but because he was a very good man, he made his order reasonable. If I ordered a general, he would say, by way of example, if I order a general to take him safe into Asia, and if the general did not obey me, that wouldn't not be the fault of the general. It wouldn't be my fault. May I sit down? Come now a timid inquiry from the little priest. I order you to do so. The curate answered him, and Machetico gathered in a full of curious armed men. But the little prince was worried. The planet was tiny over what could the Skinner really do? Sure, he said to him, I beg that you will excuse me my asking you a question. I order you to ask me question. He can ask me to ask him. Sure, over what do you rule? Over everything, said the king, with magnificent simplicity. Over everything. The king made a gesture, which took in his planet, the other planet, and all the stars. Over all that, asked the little prince. Over all that, the king answered, for his rule was not only absolute, it was also universal, and the stars obey you. Certainly they do, the king said, they obey steadily. I don't permit insubordination. Such power was, I think, for the little prince to marvel of if he had been master of true complete authority. He wouldn't have been able to watch the sunset, not 44 times in one day, but 72 or ever 100 or ever 200 times, without ever having to move his chair, because he felt a bit sad as he remembered his little planet which he had forsaken. He plucked up his courage to ask the king a favor. I should like to see a sunset. Do me that, king. Order the sun to set. If I order a general to fly from one flower to other like a butter of the breath of drama, or to turn himself into a safe wind, and if the general did to carry out the order that he had received, which one of you would be in the room? The king demanded the general of or myself. You say the little prince firmly. Exactly. One must require from each one the deity which each one can perform. The king went on. Accept authority rests first of all on reason. If you order your people to go and throw Thames sailed into the sea. They would rise up in revolt. I have the right to receive obedience because my orders are reserved. Then my son. The little prince reminded him for he never forgot a question once he had asked it. You saw, have you some said? I shall command it, but according to my sense of government, I saw why until condition are favorable. When will that be? Inquired the little prince. Whom replied the queen, and before saying anything else he consulted and bulky army. Whom that will be about that will be this everything about 20 minutes to 8, and you will see who will I'm over. The little prince Jainer, he was raising his lot sunset, and then too he was already beginning to be a little boy. I had nothing more to be to do here, he said to King, so I sold tail on my eye again. Don't do not go, said the king, who was very proud of having a subject. No, don't go. I will make you our Mister of War, Mister of Just, but there is not nobody here to jump. Where do you not, where do not know that the king said to him, I have not yet made a complete tour of my kingdom. I'm very old. There is no room here for a crane, and yet there is me to walk. Oh, but I have looked already, said the little prince, turning around to give one more glance to the other side of the planet. On that sunset, as on this, there was nothing at all. The you also young yourself, the king answered. That is the most difficult thing of all. It is much more difficult to young oneself than the young other. If you succeed in judging yourself right, then you are indeed a man of true wisdom. Yes, said the little play. Yes, said the little prince. But I can't do my, myself anywhere. I do need to live on this planet. Said the king. I have a good reason to believe that somewhere in my planet there is an old rat. I read him and you can do this old rat. From time to time you will convince him to drive. Does he live will drive? on your use, but you will pardon him on large occasion, for he must be treated carefully and be treated free. He is the only one we have. I received the leader prince. The leader prince do not like to condemn anyone to death. And now I think I will go on my way. No, said the king, but the little prince, having no complaint, his preparation for the parade had no wish to grieve the old monarch. If your majesty wishes to be promoted already, he said, he shouldn't be able to give me a reason order. He shouldn't be able, for example, to order me to be gone by the end of 1 minute. It seems to me that condition I'm favoring. As the king made no answer, the little prince heard a moment, then with assured he took his leave. I make you my own servant. The king called all Huntley. He had a magnificent air of authority. The groups are very sane. The leader priest said to himself as he continued on his journey.